for an incredible night here in Salt Lake City. Once again, the Maverick Center turned out. Incredible fights all the way through. Most likely, I mean, this could be one of the best cards that we've ever had if you talk about finishes pound for pound. So a lot of people to talk to, a lot of big winners. But to get things started here, let's get the president and founder of the BKFC up here, Mr. David Feldman.
Thanks, Cyrus. Thanks, guys. Another great night here in Salt Lake City. We're really going to focus on Salt Lake and make this one of our homes for 2026. There's a lot of great talent here. I mean, you know, people I think they come to Salt Lake City and think these guys can't fight, and they got another thing coming, man. These guys can fight here in Salt Lake City, and especially, man, they're strong. They can punch. Great crowd. I don't have the exact number, but it was somewhere around 5,000 for tonight. Viewership on DAZN, I got word that it was very, very good. Fighter tonight will be, our first fighter tonight is going to be Jim PULGAR versus Trevor Bradshaw. I thought they both, I mean, how many knockdowns were there? Six knockdowns, 7 knockdowns in that fight. And, you know, Trevor ended up stopping Jim. But, man, what a great fight. And Jim took the fight on last minute, so thank you, Jim, and that's why you're going to be awarded this bonus. There were 3 knockouts tonight that really warrant knockout of the night, and I can't do that. I have to pick one, and I'm going to pick Zack Partridge, knockout of the night. It was a fantastic knockout, and then followed by 2 other fantastic knockouts, but you're going to get it tonight. You got knockout of the night. I will do a knockout bonus for Silva and also for Mike Jones, because I tell you, they were sensational knockouts as well. I like it here in Salt Lake. I really do. You know, I think we can really build something special here. The fans are awesome. The fans love what we're doing here. We just have to really spend a little more time, promote it a little harder here, build up the fighters here, really come here more often, because I know a lot of the fighters here love it, and we're just not giving them enough action up here. So I think we're going to come here at least one more time in 25, and then 4 times in 26. We have to make this a home. It's a fantastic place to be. Any questions?
There is an announcement in regards to going to Australia. What plans do you have for that, and how did it come about?
I mean, we've been talking about that for a long time. We're going to announce Australia officially on Tuesday. We have the date. We're going to go to Perth. It's going to be in the summer, and it's going to be a fantastic show. I got some really great fights on that card.
You had also mentioned about going into your entry into Texas is in June. You have a real big main event that was announced tonight. What are your thoughts on that as well?
Well, the main event was announced a little bit ago, but so the main event is going to be a rematch about what I think is one of the best fights in BKFC history. Franco Tanaglio versus Tony Soto will be the main event. We just announced tonight the signing of Andrei Arlovski. Andrei Arlovski will take on the guy who knocked out Alexei Olenek in Dubai. We also announced tonight that Jessica I will make her debut on that card, and we also announced that the son of legend Tommy Morrison, Kenzie Morrison, will also make his BKFC debut on that card too. So that's going to be a special card. I think it's going to be very, very packed down there. Like I said, I keep saying it. They just do things big in Texas, and we expect a 12,000 seat sellout there.
So every single event, you always have a big announcement, and it's kind of almost expected every single time you sit up at that table. What time do you get up, and what time do you go to bed?
It's a long day, but listen, we're really truly building something special here. I don't think anybody ever thought when we started this thing. I don't think there's anybody except for probably myself that thought this thing would grow as fast and grow as big as it did all over the world. And we're very blessed to be able to do that. And we have a great team and great fighters and people that are willing to go and risk their life for us and the fans. And that's why this sport has grown so fast. So I take my hat off always to the fighters, because if they didn't go out there and fight their asses off every time, nobody would watch it. And that's why I encourage them all, and that's why I'm going to bonus probably 9 or 10 guys on this card tonight, because I say fight your ass off and you'll get extra money. So they fought their ass off tonight. I mean, if anybody came to BKFC for the first time tonight, they have to leave a fan. They had to leave a fan tonight. So that's why it's so special. And again, you guys in here, thank you guys. Thank you guys, especially you two, man. Thank you guys for throwing down, giving it your all. Like, it looked like that fight was one-sided, and then all of a sudden it turned, and then it turned back, and then it turned back again. I mean, just a fantastic, night. And then like a viral knockout like Zack Partridge. I mean, sensational knockout. And then Mike Jones followed him up with another sensational knockout, and then we had Silva was out. I mean, he got dropped 4 times, got up, and ended up, scoring a beautiful knockout over Jordan Smith. So, fantastic night here in Salt Lake City. Very happy. Can't wait to come back, and love the fighters here. Love the fans here. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, David Feldman. A lot of folks to get to, a lot of big performances tonight, but I got to do a personal favor here. Let's get Mike Jones up there. Get Mike Jones, who? Mike Jones. Thank you. I knew somebody would get that. All right, Mike. Hey, just reflect a little bit on this experience and reflect a little bit on this fight, man. You came out extremely aggressive in this fight. It seemed like you weren't trying to waste any time. You wanted to get this thing done quick.
Yeah, I feel like I'm learning. I'm learning the more that I'm fighting, right? My first fight, I came out a little too hard, got a little tired. My second fight, I played it a little easier, kind of figured out the pacing. And this one, the training was a lot better. I knew what to expect and did my thing.
You said you wanted to stay busy going forward. Are there any guys that you're looking at, or any fighters that you'd like to get matched up, maybe from this area, or maybe some guys that are fighting all over the country that you kind of have your eye on in the division that might be a good matchup for you?
None off the top of my head. I know there's some guys on the BKFC site that are, I think they have rankings down to like 7. I mean, give me that guy. I can't think of the name right now, but I'll fight him.
When you see the turnouts that we get here, what do you think? Do you feel like the BKFC, after having turnouts like this, we've had even bigger attendance here, do you feel like we could even sell out, possibly the Delta Center and some even the bigger arenas? Do you feel like there's a possibility of doing that here in Salt Lake?
Yeah, absolutely. The way it's trending here and what BKFC is doing around the world, yeah, I don't see any problem. The UFC comes here and sells out in 5 minutes, so BKFC is trending that way, so we can do it.
Do you feel like you have you should have the fight of the night? Not the fight, but the knockout of the night. There's 3 really, really good candidates there. Do you feel like you had the fight of the night tonight, or the knockout of the night?
Yeah, it was a good knockout. The dude was sleeping for a minute, so yeah, it felt good.
Hey, great stuff. If there's any other questions here, do we have any other questions? All right, man. Hey, congratulations one more time here for Mike Jones, everybody. We are going to try to get our new champion, Josh Dyer, up here. Probably going to take a few seconds to getting him stitched up. He was just in a war. Let's go ahead and get Zack Partridge up here. Come on up here, Zack. All right, Zack. First thing, man. Congratulations. That was my pick. They asked me what my pick was for knockout of the night. I gave it to you. I broke the tie.
Thank you.
Absolutely. It's very rare that you get on as somebody's going down to land 3 in a row. I mean, you landed 3 shots as he was going down. Most memorable knockout of your career. Did that just happen here tonight?
Yeah, man, absolutely. I'm kind of in MMA. Like, I have a lot more submission wins than I do knockouts. I've been saying it a long time. Like, I wanted to have a matchup where grappling wasn't involved or somebody wouldn't shoot. Like my last MMA fight, I clipped him early and he just shot, and then I ended up taken a submission. So I was excited. I expected to come out fast and hard, and grateful for the honor of the knockout of the night. There's a lot of deserving ones, but it was awesome.
There's a lot of guys that have come into this organization from MMA and kind of have that resurgence in their career, and they turn it over to bare knuckle. Are you feeling that way right now? Like after having your career in MMA, that you could have a pretty long career or a strong career here in BKFC?
It just depends. I mean, I'm busy. Hopefully I don't get in trouble, but I'm the promoter here in Utah.
We made mention of it on the broadcast.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah,
so
you're fine.
I run Fierce Fighting Championship here. I have so much love for a lot of these guys. Mike Jones, Trevor Bradshaw, a lot of these, Dom Salas, Ben Moa. They've all fought for me. And, I love these guys, and I love what we do here in Utah. And I'm all about Utah MMA, Utah combat scene, all of it. So, that's my priority. Is growing the Utah combat scene sport in MMA. It's taking care of that, but when it lines up with my schedule, you know, I absolutely loved being a part of the show, being a part, you know, finally fighting at the Maverick Center.
Yeah.
I can't fight for my own show, so, you know, finally getting to be able to fight at the Maverick Center has been a dream of mine for a long time. So I'm very grateful for this opportunity, and I'm 36 years old. I have no disillusions of, you know, where I'm at in my career, but I can get down, and you know, the opportunity is right. I'm absolutely open to, you know, coming back to BKFC.
Yeah, can you just kind of put into words, obviously being in the scene and being a promoter, the impact of BKFC kind of coming into the market here the last few years? What's that impact been like having Bare Knuckle in here now, kind of along with the MMA and the combat scene?
I mean, I think it's good, right? Because I mean, it does these things. You know, Mike Jones has been a champion and held a belt for our show. I mean, it's all positive. I view it as you know, the more spotlight that's on these local fighters on the regional scenes, and then you guys come in and give them this fantastic platform to be on, it's a positive in my eyes. And you know, I've supported every single one of them. You know, taking fights when the opportunity comes here. We have a show next weekend. We have a double event next weekend, just a couple miles from here, and our show will be back here in August. So it rises everything up. I'm grateful that BKFC comes in here, gives this big platform to not only myself but these other fighters that, you know, I'm a baby in this game compared to guys like Mike Jones, Ben Moa, Jordan Smith, Trevor Bradshaw. When I started training, these guys were all fighting, and these are people I looked up to. So I just think it's all positive.
You know, I think after a knockout like that, you've earned the right. How do they get tickets? How do they get out to your show? Go ahead and drop it right now. I'm going to give you the opportunity. You earned it.
FierceFightingChampionship.com. Buy tickets from the fighters. Support them. We have our own app, too. You can watch the pay-per-view. There's some great fights. We put on shows every month here in Utah and Idaho. Yeah, I mean, just like Mr. Feldman said, like I work nonstop. This whole weekend I've been matchmaking while cutting weight and everything else for my card next weekend.
It's a tough job.
The work never stops, and I feel like you know, a lot of these guys in this room are helping us a part of building something special here in Utah, and you know, I'm grateful that I get to be a part of that, and obviously, you know, I vicariously lived through a lot of these guys, but I'm a competitor to my core, and I do still love to compete.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate it, guys. Let's a round of applause out here for Zack Partridge. Well done, my friend. All right, let's bring up another knockout artist here, Joinaldo. If you don't, come on up here on the stage, my friend. Joinaldo Silva with a tremendous knockout victory, come from behind victory tonight here at BKFC 74. All right. Joinaldo, yeah, congratulations on your victory, my friend. And, you know, we talked about it in the interview afterwards. I said, you got knocked down a lot. And he said, oh, I don't give a, I feel you. And you got blood all over my hands, by the way. That being said, congratulations. How does it feel to have a victory like that where you got knocked down, you kept getting up, and you were able to land the knockout? How's that feel?
I'm so happy because I take time for fight. I take 1 hour and a half. I think so. I have one fight. I go back. I take 2 months ago in Vegas. Right now I have this opportunity here, especially in Utah, because I live here right now. I'm from Brazil. I represent my people over there, my family. But I have a couple students here. I'm so happy. The people here help me a lot. Especially this fight, this tough fight. I respect Jordan a lot. He's a good guy. He's a tough guy. He fight a lot. A couple years ago, he fight my friend in Brazil. I hear about him a lot. A couple years ago, he fight in my state too. I respect him a lot. He have a family. I hope everything is good to him. Maybe tomorrow is a fight. This fight for me is very important because I working hard. I have a lot of knockout, but bare knuckle is different, you know. MMA you have small gloves and boxing have big gloves, but bare knuckle on your hands. He gave me a lot of shots. I feel that I maybe have it. I don't remember too much right now, but I think I have 3 or 4 knocked out. I think so. I go back, but I'm from Brazil, bro. I never give up. Maybe he want to kill me one day to win, but I'm hoping I'm here. I hope I have another fight in a couple months. I want big names, you know. I'm a veteran too. I fight in different company. I have a good record. Yeah, bro. I'm here in Bernacle. I think everybody see my fight. I hope everybody like. There's the Brazilian power right now in Bernacle.
Let me ask you this. You know, there's been rumblings of BKFC doing an event in Brazil. How do you think a BKFC event in Brazil would do currently if we did a show?
Wow, I want to go be there. I want to go in a car to represent my people. I hope Bernard go to Brazil. I asking the organization here. Say I was supposed to go to Brazil. He said I'll go talking about. I think I have a lot of opportunity. I have a lot of fights over there. Need this opportunity here because it's so hard for come to US. You know, especially fight this big event, this company. I'm so happy. I mean, be here. I hope. I want to fight in 3 or 4 months. I don't know. Maybe he have the fight in Brazil. I want to fight you, of course.
Beautiful, man. Congratulations on your victory. Joinaldo Silva with an absolutely scintillating knockout here today. I want to bring up our new champion here, our new light heavyweight champion of the world, Josh D-Day Dyer. Come on up, my friend.
Never had a nice belt like this before, so we're gonna.
Beautiful. That'll work. All right. First off, congratulations, Josh. I know it's been a long journey. You've fought for a long time to get to this point. Now that it's sat in, you went in, you got your stitches in, and now you've been able to sit and let this sit a little bit. Now, how does it feel? Like, how is it registering with you right now that you're a world champion?
You know, the feeling is so surreal. You know, and honestly, it hasn't really sunk in just yet. I've been dreaming about this moment for a long time, and it felt like it became real to me, 2 years ago. And I've been telling everyone I believe I've been the world champion for the last 2 years, and it's not just me. I mean, I believe that I smashed Jared Warren. I believe that he took his no contest like a little pussy. Sorry to say it like that. I'm trying to be classy up here, but I believe that he stole something from me a long time ago, and I gave him 5 minutes to recover from a legal punch. He didn't, So that's all the credit I'm going to give that dude at this moment by mentioning his little pussy name. But this was very hard. People underestimate how hard I hit a lot. I have one of the best strength and conditioning programs in the world. My timing, my power, it's all there. And when I hit people, it's a big deal. And I punched the living crap out of Mike Richman tonight, and he ate a lot of right hands. There was a time for about 30 fights where every time I touched somebody with my right hand, they went down. Mike took every freaking one of those like a man, and he got up, kept coming, and I believe that if that cut hadn't happened, he would have freaking ran me to round 5. And I know I was up on the card, but the dude's always dangerous. I was getting tired. He was still looking pretty sharp, and things could have gone differently. I wish it hadn't ended like that. I'm actually kind of sad that it ended on a cut. I try not to cut people. Before the fight, I was like, I really hope that this doesn't end in a cut, and it just kind of did, and that fucking sucks. I wanted to get the knockout. I didn't want a ref stoppage, and so that to me is a little disheartening. I feel a little sad with that, but Mike's one of the most dangerous dudes in the world. I'm sure I'll see him down the road again if he continues to keep fighting. I hope he does, because he's an animal. And yeah, sorry, it is a little surreal. I'm sure maybe by tomorrow it'll sink in, but at the moment, I'm just riding a high right now.
Well, as you should. What words have been exchanged with you and Mike Richman since the fight or right after the fight? Like, what did he say to you? I would love to know that.
He just said, "Congratulations, you're the champ now." And I just told him, I was like, Mike, dude, you're one tough dude. I busted you in the head so many times. I can't believe it. Nobody's taken those shots from me before. Nobody. I hit him with the best I had so many times, and he just ate it and kept coming. Stoic, like a freaking warrior. Went out on a shield like a man. And I was intimidated the whole time. If you notice, I didn't engage him a whole lot. I was really not trying to get knocked out, and I had to focus extremely hard to counter him, to catch him. He's tricky, he's sneaky. Everybody knows how much of a sniper he is, and I had to out-snipe a sniper, a fucking Marine sniper. That's not easy. That was very, 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 very hard, and I made it look easy, but that was everything that I had at that moment.
So I think all roads, especially just after last week, in Tampa, and you already made reference about Jared Warren. He comes out, has a decisive victory over Joseph Creer. You win this championship. I think all roads probably have you two colliding again. Is that a fight you want? I mean, obviously you have that kind of stuck on you. It seems like there's a lot of animosity there. Do you feel like that's going to be the next fight? Is that a fight that you want?
I mean, to be honest, after my last fight with Jared, and just let me break it down real quick, I fought Jared 2 times. And in those 2 fights, we've exchanged 5 total rounds. In those 5 rounds, I've dropped him 5 times. That's a 100% knockdown ratio per round. I've never been dropped. I've never lost a round. I've never lost a single minute of a single round against Jared Warren. Anybody that's talking about a trilogy, I mean, it's like trying to play rock, paper, scissors with a loser. You beat them twice, and they're like, best 2 out of 3, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh shit, best 3 out of 5, and then it just never fucking stops. I mean, Jared made me wait. When I walked over to his corner after our second fight, and he took that bullshit call and ran with it like a little pussy, I told him, I was like, hey man, listen, I don't want to win a championship belt like this. I'll win it, but if you believe you got hit behind the head, which you didn't, I was like, if you believe you did, whatever, take your no contest. We'll do this again. We'll set this up. It was nobody got the belt that night. So I was like, let's come back and do this again. At least one of us is going to get the belt. And he blocked me on everything and ran like a pussy. I haven't heard from that dude in years. I had to hop on a plane, fly my ass down to Hollywood to confront that dude. And he ran like a little bitch. And his girl tried to confront me more than he did before he hopped off and ran away. So I'm like, listen, I don't got a problem fighting the dude. He's not competitive against me. And I'll fucking do it, but I'm gonna return the favor. I want to make that dude wait a couple years. When I was in Florida, I talked to his coach, and he's like, Josh, Jared's way better than you. He's gonna beat Mike Richman tonight, and I'm gonna, maybe in a couple years, when you get better, you can have another fight against him. And I'm like, I don't feel like this dude fucking deserves it. He made me wait, so why the fuck should I give him a chance right away? When we got guys like Mike Perry that are calling me out, that are on social media in my inbox last night telling me he hopes I knock out Mike Richman so he can get up here and punch my little face. That dude deserves this. That's a dude that's put his time in. He's active on social media. He's not running like a bitch. He's coming to me. And I like that. I respect a dude that goes after the best. And right now I'm the best in the world. And Mike Perry, he's got the King of Violence belt. He wants to come get it. I know everybody throws his name around, but you haven't heard. I've been here for 5 years. You haven't seen me call out Mike once, right? Because I want to make sure that I had something to offer first. He's got the clout. He's got the followers. He's got everything. I had nothing to offer that dude. Now he says he wants the belt. I have this belt. So I'm like, Mike, I'm not gonna be all stupid and fucking, acting like a clout chaser here. But I'm like, bro, if you want this belt, come get it. Right? You called me out. Don't be a pussy. Come get it. So that's what I'm ready for. I want Mike Perry. I don't care where it's at. I don't care if it's in Sturgis. In 3 months in my fucking state, highlighting the main event, in one of the biggest, most glorious freaking arenas on earth. That would be amazing. I'd love to bring a world championship.
I feel like
to my
you
state.
want it in Sturgis. I
want
feel
it
like
in
that's the fight that you want. Do you feel like, what do you think that does at the rally, you being in the main event against Mike Perry? How big of an event do you think that is?
Well, tell me what fight makes better sense. You got the King of Violence in Sturgis. Anybody been to Sturgis? It's motorcycles. It's freaking crazy dudes walking around with 6-shooters on their hips and cowboy hats and fucking ghetto freaking people. They're doing all sorts of crazy stuff out there. That's the fight where we need to headline. I'm the freaking guy in South Dakota. All these people that come to Sturgis, they want to see some ballers get in there and scrap. They don't want to see no crazy little wussies get up there calling no contest and shit. They want to see finishers. Every one of the people that watch me fight know I don't quit. I've gotten punched in the back of the head so many fucking times. I don't quit. I get in there and I fight. I can get dropped from any legal punch. You can punch my nuts into my freaking groin, and I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna fight. I don't stop. Everybody who believes in me likes me because I don't quit. I break my freaking hand and I'll finish you with that broken hand. You break my nose, I'll snap it sideways in my corner and I'll come back and finish you. Okay, that's the way I do it. Mike Perry and we deserve to headline Sturgis, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I need to know right now. I'm not trying to wait, a month and then get a call last minute. If this is happening, I need to know this right now so I can jump back into my camp because I got a business I'm running. I like to stay busy. I got money to make. I make damn good money. I don't even need to fight. I have a business that I'm running where I make good money. These camps take a lot of my time, so I need to know right now. Mike, if you want this shit, you better call and you better make this happen because if not, I'm jumping out of my painting company. I got things to do.
So I'm gonna ask you one more question because I don't know that you really got a chance to do so. You talked about the people, the haters that said you couldn't do this. What about the people that did support you? What do you say to them? Why don't you give thanks to the people that did support you and kind of helped you get here?
you know, that's something that makes this really special to me. You know, I've been doing this for 10, 15 years now, and there's a lot of times whenever people pick somebody to believe in, and that person lets them down, and that's a heartbreaking moment to a lot of people that choose to believe in you, because you represent them. When they believe in you and they jump on your social media and they talk shit for you and they tell everybody about you and they buy your pay-per-views and they spread your posts, you know, talking about this stuff, they make themselves look real stupid if I get out there and shit the bed, you know? So when I roll into somebody's territory and I know that I got a whole army of people behind me that believe in me, that are actively putting their names on the line, spreading my information, I'm letting you guys know, I'm going to back that shit up. I'm not going to let anybody look stupid. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to handle business. All the people that believe in me, I appreciate the hell out of you guys. You guys been there. Some of these guys been with me since the beginning, telling everybody I was going to be a world champion 10 years ago, you know? And I'm like, how the hell do I quit? You know, how am I going to give up when I got people that are actively putting their heart and soul into somebody, you know? And that's what I want to be. I want to be someone that you can believe in, that does what they say they're going to do, that, you know, no matter what they go through in that ring, they're just not going to quit, and they're going to find the dub. You know, that's what I do. My unbreakable, unwavering spirit allows me to get in there, and I'll find a win some way. I'll break every bone in my hands and my face, and I'll still pull out a win. You know, so that's what makes me special to watch.
We can put that on a T-shirt. Find the dub. I like that.
Dub.
Hey, congratulations, everybody! Make some noise out here for our new light heavyweight champion, Josh D-Day Dyer.
Thank you, guys.
All right, let's. I'm gonna get Ben Mo up here. Let's get Big Ben Mo up here. Come on up. All right, Ben Moa, congratulations. Now moving to 2-0 in the BKFC. We talked about it a little bit. You know, you fought a guy that's fought literally everybody. I mean, he had some incredible wins throughout the years, and you matched up with him. He tried to game plan, but you just had too much power. A lot of length on him. What do you attribute that win to? Why do you feel like that win came to you tonight?
So he actually did really well against my jab. Like, nobody really can handle my jab very good, and he did really well against it. I attribute the win to, like, just my movement, I think, baiting him in to try to throw his deep over and then just hit him with the uppercut. But he did rock me with the hook. That was beautiful.
Yeah, you kind of got your initiation, right? Your official initiation. One thing that we talked about before the interview is, you know, we talked about your NFL days and how important those were. And there's another guy that's been in this company one time from the NFL named Greg Hardy. What do you think a matchup like you and Greg Hardy would be? Should he want to come back here? We know he's still active fighting. Is that a fight you'd like to have?
Oh yeah, that would be amazing. I would love to fight Greg. I mean, I guess I'm calling you out, Greg. Let's knuckle up, baby. Some old NFL players just knock the piss out of each other. Let's get it.
I love it. You know, you had your sons out there, and, you know, they're all very, very successful in football. You're seeing them blossom. What was it like, you know, to win in front of your wife, in front of your sons, having your whole family out there? What's that feeling like, having them come out here to support you in Salt Lake?
Well, I appreciate it. Man, I love fighting in front of my kids, my boys. You think they're small, but they're all 6'4", big old giant kids. So, and I have a bunch of them. But the energy that they picked my walkout song, so that's why I was dancing all over the damn place. But they bring the great energy, and they love it. They're my #1 fan, so I appreciate them.
Well, Ben, we can't wait to see you back here, man. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you
big
guys.
Congrats out here to Ben Moa, Big Ben Moa. All right, and we're going to do one more. Let's bring Dan Gardner right up here. Dan, come on up here to the stage. Unfortunately, didn't pick up the win here, but I think the most important thing is that you stepped inside of the squared circle. Dan, you had a tough fight here. Shane FICHTER is a guy that came in that, you know, this guy was no pushover by any means. I mean, he had an extensive career. You know, what do you make of this fight, and what do you make of the whole experience, you know, stepping into that squared circle?
I mean, it was awesome. The whole entire experience was awesome. As you guys know, I'm the chief sales officer for Bucked Up, and the whole reason why I'm even here is because of that purpose. I mean, we're the title sponsor, and they were like, why can't someone from Bucked Up jump in and do this? And my mentality is look, if I'm presented with an opportunity to push myself and to go to the extreme and do something crazy as this is nuts. Like, these guys that fight in here, they are warriors. Like, they are the craziest people in the world. Like, to get smacked in the face with a bare fist, it doesn't feel good. Look at all the stitches, right? But I was up for the challenge, and I'm really glad I did it. Even though I lost, I was glad that I jumped in and actually did this to push myself and show that I can do it, because nobody does this. Everybody's scared. Everybody will talk. Everybody will say shit, but there's only a select few that actually will step in and do it. I'm proud to say I'm one of them.
Yeah, that's what I want to know is, you've sponsored a lot of fighters, obviously being the title sponsor for this whole company. What sort of respect do you have now that you actually did it yourself, do you have for the fighters that go in here, especially guys like in our main event, right, with Mike Richman and Josh Dyer? I mean, that was insane, the punishment they went through, right? How much more respect do you have for these fighters now? I
mean, you can't even describe it. There's not a way to describe the amount of respect you get for these people after they go through literal war and fight for you just to entertain you, right? There's no way that you can describe it unless you actually get in and do it. And now that I've done it, hats off to these guys. I mean, everybody that came in and put in a fight that didn't give up after getting smacked in the face once, blood going everywhere and coming back. I mean, Trevor here, this dude, he started the whole entire night off and just went through war and came back and won with an amazing knockout. Like, every single one of these guys, you have something to talk about, but it's just a different breed of people, and my hat goes off to these guys.
Yeah, tremendous. I agree. And can you, the relationship, I don't know that we've had these conversations even with your brothers as well, right? The relationship between BKFC and Bucked Up, what's that been like? You know what I mean? Working with us, being that title sponsor. I mean, just kind of talk about how that's all kind of come about and where it's at now, 2-3 years into the process, how it's blossomed.
Well, first off, we love you guys. Like, we couldn't have asked for a better partnership in this, because that's what it is. It's a partnership. When we came in, we feel like we came in at the very perfect timing for BKFC, and that's when it just went crazy at the Colorado fight with, you had Chad Mendez, Eddie Alvarez, you had Mike Perry, Luke Rockhold, you had all these people there, and then you had Conor McGregor show up. I mean, it blew up, and we got millions and millions of views. Now, what Bucked Up looks for is brand awareness, and for us to just get out in front of as many people as possible. And you guys, literally, BKFC has done that for us, where we've been able to have so much more brand exposure. Because when people try our stuff, you guys already know we're the best. We're the best in supplements. We're the best in energy drinks. We're the best in protein drinks. We are. We lead the pack there. And we wanted to be with a company that leads the pack in combat sports. BKFC is the place to be.
When you see, and we should end on that. That was a great way to end it. But when you see what happened tonight, where do you feel like the silliness here in Salt Lake? I think there's a lot, we saw what we could do in Philadelphia, right? Selling out the Wells Fargo Arena, 18,000 people strong. Where do you feel like the ceiling is here in Salt Lake?
I mean, there is no ceiling. There's no ceiling. I feel like this weekend we kind of got a little, screwed on the actual date that we had. There's Supercross going on. There's tons of different concerts happening tonight. It's Mother's Day weekend. Everybody that was going to fly in and come here, there's all these excuses, right? If we had the right weekend, if we had the right fighters, if we had the right people here, we would sell out any stadium that we have here. You get any of these guys in here that came in and threw down, who doesn't want to see that again? It gets addictive, and people want to see it. I got my ass kicked, and I want to see it again. So I think the sky's the limit here in Utah. Utah loves fighters.
Is it one and done, Dan?
Who knows?
I
said one and done.
You're leaving the door open.
How do you walk away looking like this?
I
don't know.
Man.
We'll see. My
guys, let's hear it out here for
pissed.
Dan Gardner. Let's hear it for Dan Gardner, man.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much, Dan. And you know what? Trevor Bradshaw, come on up here, man. You deserve it. Come on up. We're going to do this. Is going to be our last one, and we're getting out of here. Trevor, congratulations. You win Fight of the Night honors. You guys opened up the night, and you set the tone for the entire night with the way that you fought? Because after that, it was just knockout after knockout, big finish. Talk about that fight, because, I mean, it was back and forth. A lot of knockdowns in there. What do you think kind of was the turning point in the fight? Where do you think things went into your favor?
I just had to dig deep, man. Jim, thank you for taking the fight on a short notice. You're an absolute warrior. I've had 4 different opponents drop out for this fight, and I just hope that I can get a multi-fight deal and show that I'm here to stay. I want to fight. I don't care who it is, and I'm gritty. I want to fight.
Yeah, I know, improving every time. When you kind of look out in the landscape of the division, do you see guys that you'd like to get matched up with? Do you feel like there's some matchups that we can make here in BKFC for you? Like, what are you thinking going forward?
Yeah, man, making 155 is easy for me. 145 division, I'd clean house in, so I like to get Kai Stewart, I know he's the champ right now. It's a lot to handle, a lot to bite off, but I'm here to stay, man, and I'm hoping I can get a multi-fight deal and prove that I can be here to stay. Be a champion.
Awesome, man. Getting Fight of the Night honors is obviously a huge honor coming from David Feldman. How's it feel, man? How's it feel to get the Fight of the Night, to be honored like that, and to do it in the first fight? A lot of people, when they get the first fight, kind of get down, like, I got to open up the show. But you turned it into something else. How's it feel to get the Fight of the Night in the very first Fight of the Night?
At first, I was a little bit sour about it, being the first Fight of the Night, kind of being on the undercard, but they wanted an excited fight, and they know what they were going to do, get, and we delivered on that. So I'm grateful.
Anybody else you want to thank, man? This is your time.
Just my family, my coach, Nick McNabb, and you guys, BKFC, local scene, fierce. Appreciate it. And Jim, thank you a lot, man. I appreciate it.
All right, it's a beautiful thing. All right, thank you so much, Trevor Bradshaw. And I guess that is where we are going to leave it, folks. That is the end of our post-fight press conference here in Salt Lake City. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in here for BKFC 74. Obviously, go to bkfc.com for more details. Next time you'll see us on air, June 6th, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Dave Mundell, Donald Sanchez, and we'll see you in Albuquerque. Thanks.